Femi Falana predicts what might happen after tribunal judgment. The D-Day has come. Okay, since the tribunal and the judiciary has set on Wednesday, 6th of September, as the day for the tribunal to release their judgment after all the hearings from both Atiku, Peter Obi, Labour Party, PDP, APC, Tinubu, INEC. The time for judgment, the awaited judgment has come. And now everywhere is at alert. Everybody is in anticipation and everybody is in a bit of confusion. Okay? So with all of the adrenaline, all of the high expectations, and with all of the fears mounting, Femi Falana has come out to predict what might happen after the tribunal. But he has not said what might happen during the tribunal. Okay, during the tribunal judgment. But after the tribunal judgment, what will happen? They will go to court now, or Supreme Court. That is it. But let me see what Falana is trying to say here. Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, says the judiciary is facing an unprecedented blackmail and intimidation over the presidential election petition, saying that the blackmail is not necessary since there is still opportunity for an appeal at the Supreme Court. Falana, who was a guest on China's television's Politics Today on Monday, said there is no election petition that has attracted such attention in the country since colonial rule. We have been having election petitions since the colonial era, but none has attracted such level of blackmail and intimidation of the judiciary. I am worried that people give the impression that everything ends with the judgment of the Court of Appeal. The Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, the Court of Appeal and the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. So any party that loses on a Wednesday still has the opportunity to appeal to the Supreme Court. So what is the basis for the cheap blackmail that is going on? The senior lawyer queried. The senior advocate blamed the blackmail and intimidation on new voters, whom he said have the belief that their candidate must be declared as the winner, saying that it is not what election tribunals are all about. Can you imagine? He said it is for the justices to look at the evidence adduced by the parties, apply the law, and give a decision. As they say, even if the heavens will fall, and the heavens won't fall anyway, the judges must not be intimidated. They must give their decision regardless of blackmail or intimidations, convinced that they can justify their judgment. That is what is required of them, to examine the evidence, apply the law, and deliver a decision. One way or the other, some will lose, some will win. But those who lose in the case and are aggrieved will have another opportunity to approach the Supreme Court and demonstrate how the Court of Appeal has erred, Falana maintained. The Court of Appeal on Monday confirmed that it will deliver judgment on the presidential election petition on Wednesday, adding that the proceedings will be open to live broadcast by interested television stations. The Labour Party, the People Democratic Party, and the Allied People's Movement, APM, as well as their presidential candidates, had petitioned the tribunal seeking to nullify the election of President Bola Tinubu as the winner of the 2023 presidential election. This we know. The rhetoric that I'm seeing here that I don't like, right, is that this narrative that some people are intimidating judiciary because they're saying all eyes on judiciary is a narrative that they want to use to pass the judgment. It's a narrative I've seen they want to use as a determining factor to pass their judgment. That is the truth. And I know that what they want to do is that the judges have the right to use their discretion to make the best judgment in the interest of the nation, to ensure that there's no chaos and to ensure that there is peace everywhere. But the problem I have with them is that the judgment they want to have, I don't see how it will help peace. That is the truth. Because what Falana is saying here is hinging on intimidation of judiciary. The same thing that Mary Odili, retired Justice Mary Odili, said in Abuja, that people are crying foul, people are intimidating judiciary, the obedience and all of that. And they keep creating this narrative, to discredit the obedience. And that is not right. That is the truth. So what they're telling us is that all those banners of all eyes on judiciary or any other thing that can happen, that people are saying judiciary are waiting on you, they're hinging them on Labour Party and PDP, they're hinging them on the losers. I don't understand this narrative. This narrative is also pointing to the fact that they already concluded a judgment to give it to APC. That is it. So nobody is, in fact, I'm thinking I shouldn't even listen to this judgment. Now they said they want to broadcast it. When they were doing the hearings, you did not allow it to be broadcasted. Now you want to pass your fake judgment, you want to broadcast it. So because the sitting president has worked with all the people, have put the right people he wants to use in place, and now has paid them heavily to do whatever they want to do. Now they are sitting here to tell us that that intimidating judiciary. Is the judiciary not corrupt? Have they not been doing dirty job all this while? What are we talking about? This is a very unfortunate one. It's a very unfortunate one. I don't understand. I don't understand what they want to do. There are a few comments here. Let me see what people are saying in reaction. Somebody said, ha, ha, ha. From all their statements, you would know they are being brought over. They are being bought over with our taxpayers' money. Exactly. They have been bought. Somebody said, whoever sells the tears of the masses for money unjustly, okay, may the tears of masses never stop to roll in their home. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Somebody has mentioned that. And another person has come out here. Oga Falana, sometimes what we used to say in our secondary school days, over syllabus, they worry you. Nigerians voted for a change in the polity, but Mahmoud Yakubu scuttled and stole the people's mandate. Judiciary is not being threatened in any way, but the truth must be told. Okay? The truth must be told. Something happened for something to happen. The era of conjuring technicalities from the pit of hell to deny people justice is over. Judgment must be given based on evidences, facts, and letters of our constitutions. Now somebody asked Falana, Oga, how much are you given? Exactly. How much have you been given to say this that you are saying? Judiciary of Nigeria has never had such courage to rule an election against the president of a nation. They will still end up upholding Tinubu election. In fact, even Tinubu will be surprised the way the judiciary will go about it. One thing I know is that God will surely do things beyond human understanding. By Wednesday, appeal court election tribunal will be over. Next stage will be Supreme Court. You will see wonders. President Tinubu and Yorubas will be victorious because tribunal judgment will favor President Tinubu. Will be container import and export of 99%. Igbos can never defeat Yorubas in politics, government and leadership. Millions of Yorubas will be outside the court waiting to jubilate. Imagine Igbos want to rule Zoo Nation. Can you imagine? And somebody has come to tell them here, Supreme Court is the worst bribe taker and pocket court without justice in the history of Nigeria. Justice on merit and not on judgment is what Nigerians expect to be delivered and nothing more. Nothing less is expected to be served here without any compromise, and now is the time. Okay? You have just delivered the judgment already that tribunal uphold the election of President Tinubu and Sheptima. San Falana, you have just exposed the election tribunal judgment already that PDP and Labour Party can go to Supreme Court. No wahala. I pity those who put their trust in judiciary on men when money and power speak. When Mary Odili came out to attack Labour Party, we know she is just exposing the written down judgment of the tribunal. Money, power, and fame, okay, all will vanish at the end. God have mercy. Exactly. When Mary Odili came out at Abuja to talk, we knew the direction she was going. We knew what she wanted to say, and we saw it coming. So no problem. Okay, no problem. Since people have chosen to live a life of hell on earth in Nigeria, so be it. So the Hausas and the Yorubas have now succeeded in permanenting themselves as the owners of Nigeria and annihilating the Igbos. There's no problem. Let them get ready to divide the country and let the Igbos go their way. Because you can't tell the Igbos that they cannot rule Nigeria because you think they are second class or they're infidels. At the same time, you cannot let them go their own way to form their own nation. You cannot. So you are enslaving them by force, by fire. And that is again it is to sit on gunpowder. That is a gunpowder that they're sitting on that will soon explode and they will leave it. That is the truth. Okay. Some say those of you here who are supporter of evil, evil will never depart from your generation. They can never get it right in life. Your right will be taken away from you before your own eyes, and there's nothing you can do about it. Those of you who mean well for this blessed country, Nigeria, will never live to know peace. Okay? So shall it be. Who does not, yeah. So what you sow is what you reap. If they refuse to make the right judgment here, God will never forgive them too on the day of judgment. So when they have leave this earth, because he is the great judge of the earth, so let the judiciary fear God and desist from the evil they have been paid for to do. What is right to one group is wrong to another group, vice versa. How do we then determine what is right? So that is what is happening. Even though Falana has said that people should go to Supreme Court, that means that they have seen the judgment. Okay, so that person they arrested, that there was somebody that alleged that Fashola is involved in rewriting or writing the judgment. Let them go and release that man that have arrested, because there is no smoke without fire. What I see here is that they have sat down together and predetermined how the judgment will go. That is it. And so even though Fashola may not have been directly involved in writing the judgment, I don't think he can completely be exonerated from all of this, because they have pressed indirect buttons and indirect processes to determine what happens. Even all this Falana, I don't trust what they're saying. They already knew what was going to happen, and all these ones that are speaking is English, preparing people's mind for the eventuality. No problem. Thank you for listening, and let's have your comment in this regard.